DedSec app installed. Your boring factory optic has been officially cracked, which means that your Bagley AI assistant has also been upgraded to the super intelligent, super useful, questionably ethical version. That's me, and you are a prospective DedSec recruit, a sweet supple summer fawn taking your first steps into the minefield that is London. Let's do our best to keep you alive, shall we? DedSec started as a hacker collective, but we evolved into a high-tech resistance that stands up for anyone who's tired of taking society's shit. Here's what we're up against today. We've got Clan Kelly, a criminal organization that uses the dark web to sell everything from pills to people. There's the crypto-fascists at SARS who use London's world-class surveillance infrastructure to keep you oppressed. And there's the regular fascists at Albion who use boots and guns and stuff to do the same thing. Still interested? Thought so. Now here's the rub. In order to push back against the corrupt power structure of the city, DedSec had to grow, but the larger it got, the more it became part of that power structure itself. So, short version, we had to find a way to keep ourselves accountable. Stupid version, who DedSec's the DedSec? That's why we decentralized DedSec into a series of small, independent cells. Our civilian contacts identify threats to their communities, and these independent cells are free to deal with those threats however they want. Though to be honest, it usually involves a lot of stun guns and hacking. It's up to you to build one of these cells from the ground up. But before we make this marriage official, we have to make sure you're up to fighting hordes of highly trained mercenaries and drones with flesh-melting missiles. Between you and me, we've burnt through a lot of well-meaning dog walkers. You got all that? Good. Operative registration confirmed. You've been activated. Right. Before you go around calling yourself a resistance cell, you're going to need at least one more person on your team.
Moving.
Plus, then if you die, I've got a spare.
Hang on. What?
Nothing. You're going to be using something called influence to recruit them. We'll explain what that is later. If you've got enough, we'll contact any person you target and convince them to join. Now have a look around and choose your first recruit.
Yeah, that's right. I'll be on. You get out. No more violence. Fucking yeah.
Rise up!
Now
To the people!
keep going.
No more private military!
Poorest excuse of a government.
Oh, yeah!
No way!
I love it.
Keep it up!
You back it up. Right.
Oh, yeah, go!
Yeah. Fucking yeah.
Now we're talking.
Brilliant.
Now that's a pleasant
Private military. Fantastic.
Just who do you think you are? Lovely.
City!
You run this city into the ground.
No more! Hey! Go! Albion has got to
Wavy block. Yes, get in.
Keep it up!
Notice. All persons are instructed to boil water 5 minutes before ingesting.
Back up a little, hmm? Step back. Pickle. Oh.
All right, you've got your cell. Now it's time for a little test drive.
Great. I've got a little errand for you. A copper had a few too many in the pub last week and blabbed up and down about this.
Who would have focused this?
Did Bagley not mention me? honestly. My name's Connie, but some of your lot just call me the proprietor. I run the pub on top of that safe house over by Parliament.
Yeah, I know the one. Yeah, sorry I snapped at you. First day and all.
Yeah, jitters. It's all right. Come around later and we'll meet properly. Now it's time for your first mission. Bagley will push you the details.
There isn't anything wrong, is there?
You're clear. Move along.
Great.
We could always use more intel. Good thing you have me. And I have located a captain that has exactly what we need.
Cheers, Bagley.
You're in. Now find the thing.
You insolent prick!
Something over there? What? No more games.
That's the target. Should be hackable.
Disturbance detected. Beginning investigation.
Stirring something.
Transfer complete.
Investigate. Combat mode engaged.
get to work crunching this data for you. You did all right, I suppose. Operation complete. Update your dating profiles because you can now officially call yourself a DedSec operative.
You got yourself a proper resistance cell now. Come on back round the pub when you're ready. I like to meet everybody at least once.
You must be Connie. Nice to meet you, darling. You know, it's funny, I've been upstairs before, but never even thought about what's down here.
Good, it's working then. And nice work with that little errand. I mean it. So, you were wondering about influence earlier?
I'm listening.
See, your DedSec cell is just one of many. Roughly, influence is how we keep track of your contributions to the larger DedSec network. You can use it to target a new operative for recruitment or for field upgrades like new equipment. The idea is that the more you put into the network, the more you can take out of it.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. Anyway, that's it for now. Get out there and do some good for people. We'll talk soon.
One more thing. I've arranged all of your available tasks on the World Map tab of your Optic interface. If you're looking for something to do, start there.
Defacing public buildings is a crime. Report this activity as soon as you witness it.
Free drinks, just saying. Now that's what I call making waves. We've exposed this Albion kill squad and destroyed their arsenal to boot. Job well done.
File this to Albion is horrible. Their eggheads are developing an app that remotely detonates other devices, like computers, optics, self-driving cars.
Indeed. Luckily, your hacked optic includes a superpowered AI assistant who has traced the app here. All he needs now is an access key from the local server.
need a man. Getting behind cover.
What the hell?
Closest unit complete. Alarm location.
Stop right there. They told me hit. Here's a frag.
It appears I talked myself up a bit with that super-powered thing. I can't access this server. It's locked by a multi-key security system. If you find the key cards for the CTOS hub, you should unlock the server.
Need some cover.
Hostile target.
Well, I found the app. It's protected by a failsafe that overheats the device on which it's installed. In this case, the self-driving car over there. The failsafe is kept in check by an external authenticator, which is now installed on the other vehicle.
You'll have to steal both cars and keep them close together to prevent the app from blowing up the engine.
Everyone form up. Let's move.
Move along. Move along.
Join us for our series, Born in Limbo, What Lies Ahead for Little Vicky Pulaski, as we explore the plight of children born to undocumented parents. Tonight on GBB.
Getting close to the drop-off. reached your destination. Please apply the handbrake and leave the weaponized car for collection.
Brilliant. We'll transfer the local file to a secure DedSec server. Keep Albion from, blowing people to bits.
Connie's found some dirt on St. Thomas's Hospital. According to online reports, several protesters admitted for protest-related injuries have died from complications. I suppose the complication here is that Albion has occupied the hospital since the bombings.
Christ, that's terrible.
This is not a problem that will go away on its own. We can either expose Albion's scheme, or we can start sending flowers to these protesters' families. I'm well equipped to do either.
I'm here.
Word of warning, there are 2 high-ranking officers who have direct access to the hospital's server. If you are detected, these guards will likely engage emergency lockdown measures, making access to the server impossible. So, bottom line, if you trigger the alarm, find these guards and stop them from ruining our entire plan.
When did this shut off?
Fucking hell.
The server's been locked. Told you this would happen. Connie's found some dirt on St. Thomas's Hospital. According to online reports, several protesters admitted for protest-related injuries have died from complications. I suppose the complication here is that Albion has occupied the hospital since the bombings.
Jesus, that's awful.
This is not a problem that will go away on its own. We can either expose Albion's scheme, or we can start sending flowers to these protesters' families. I'm well equipped to do either.
I'm here.
Word of warning, there are 2 high-ranking officers who have direct access to the hospital's server. If you are detected, these guards will likely engage emergency lockdown measures, making access to the server impossible. So, bottom line, if you trigger the alarm, find these guards and stop them from ruining our entire plan. And the server's been locked. Connie's found some dirt on St. Thomas's Hospital. According to online reports, several protesters admitted for protest-related injuries have died from complications. I suppose the complication here is that Albion has occupied the hospital since the bombings.
Jesus, that's awful.
This is not a problem that will go away on its own. We can either expose Albion's scheme, or we can start sending flowers to these protesters' families. I'm well equipped to do either.
I'm here.
Word of warning, there are 2 high-ranking officers who have direct access to the hospital's server. If you are detected, these guards will likely engage emergency lockdown measures, making access to the server impossible. So, bottom line, if you trigger the alarm, find these guards and stop them from ruining our entire plan. And the server's been locked. Told you this would happen. Connie's found some dirt on St. Thomas's Hospital. According to online reports, several protesters admitted for protest-related injuries have died from complications. I suppose the complication here is that Albion has occupied the hospital since the bombings.
Jesus, that's awful.
This is not a problem that will go away on its own. We can either expose Albion's scheme, or we can start sending flowers to these protesters' families. I'm well equipped to do either.
I'm here.
Word of warning, there are 2 high-ranking officers who have direct access to the hospital's server. If you are detected, these guards will likely engage emergency lockdown measures, making access to the server impossible. So, bottom line, if you trigger the alarm, find these guards and stop them from ruining our entire plan.
This ends now. Let's take them out.
There, nobody left to keep us from the server, besides the rest of these gun-wielding knobs.
location.
Need some
This will take a while. Find something productive to do, like knit a sweater or avoid getting murdered.
Drone's been deployed to apprehend the suspect.
Officer down! They're wounded!
Neutralizing hostile target.
Live alarm. Location sent. Need a 1013.
I've had enough. Stand back.
Sierra 4-2, Sierra 4-2, this is Control. An alarm has been activated near you. Survey the area. Over. Oh. Repeat, live alarm. Location sent, need a 1013.
position on a 1033. Advise conditions.
Taking you in! Taking this now! Initiate knockdown! Shots fired!
What's your ass? There's no winning, mate. Suspect hit. I need
Well done. I've uncovered something else from the hospital server. A vehicle Albion uses to deliver the tainted medicine to the hospital. The GPS within that vehicle is the last nail in the coffin of this deadly affair. Consider this a prescription from Dr. Battery. 1 dose of motor vehicle theft.
right. This ends now. I'll do this.
The hit! Fired!
I'm putting a stop to this.
That's the vehicle you're looking for there. We have a delivery point. One of Connie's mates will take the vehicle from there. In the meantime, do something about all this, won't you?